We can fix the relational dysfunction, whether via the court, via halfway homes, and so on. But here's the question, and I'm asking this of us all, including myself. Who is going to help repair these women? Who is going to help restore them? Who is going to help to give them back their dignity and self-worth?
The sentiments of Dr. BalogunOsunbiyi at a panel discussion on domestic violence held by the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security at the Women's Leadership Institute, Coven John, East Coast, Demerara. Presently the head of the psychology department at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, Dr. Osunbiyi has spent a number of years practicing in the field of clinical and criminal psychology. As such, he conveyed that while the social impacts of domestic violence has been the primary focus locally, more can be done to address the psychological traumas as well, since according to him, the damages are oftentimes irreversible.
We can get them a job. We can get them a safe space to operate in, a home. But they will live on with that trauma.
The American Psychological Association, APA, explains that psychological trauma is an emotional response to a terrible event which interferes with an individual's ability to function as he or she would under normal circumstances. It was noted that the psychological and emotional wounds of domestic violence are devastating and can potentially haunt victims for many years, robbing them of the ability to live a rich, full life. Taking cognizance of the fact that these psychological traumas experienced by victims of domestic violence can lead to fear, anxiety, and even suicidal ideation, stronger collaborations must be made between the relevant stakeholders to combat this issue, Dr. Osunbiyi divulged.
And maybe we all come together and put all of these support services in one basket so that whoever needs them have multiple choices of how they can access service. And also, in the Survivors Network, I would like to offer to the Minister and her team that we will be more than willing to assist you, Minister, with dealing with the trauma. On
another note, in his psychological response of what causes men to violently attack their spouses, he revealed this.
The reason why they can't take rejection, there are some psychological reasons. Because they find it hard to form relationships and keep relationships. So what happens, only the intimate relationship in their view is of any significance. So if you're cutting that off from them, like the woman says, oh, I'm leaving, that is perceived as a threat.
According to him, men are biologically hardwired to respond to threats violently. As such, in tackling domestic violence, the psychological dysfunctions existed in men must also be addressed. For the HDP 90 News, Kendell Richmond.